Okay, sir. Okay, thank you everyone for your kind patience. We're starting our workshop. Share my screen. Just a minute. I hope my screen is visible now. So hello everyone. Thanks for your kind patience, and I would like to welcome all the participants, our distinguished speaker, and our volunteers, and everyone in this session. So welcome to the workshop on humanitarian project design and implementation, day 1, jointly organized by IEEE Power and Energy Society Student Chapters Committee, IEEE Region 10, and jointly with IEEE Power and Energy Society Humanitarian Activities Committee. IEEE Power and Energy Society Student Branch Chapters Committee is working along with the student branch chapters from all over the world by providing some training to the student branch chapters, by arranging interactive session, and this is one of our Spark series, and giving training on different uh, organizing unit and their responsibilities, and especially working on the high performance student branch chapters award training. As same as IEEE PES hack, which is one of the humanitarian activity committee of IEEE Power and Energy Society. They are also working on the field of Power and Energy Society, which initiates the humanitarian activities. So without any further delay, I would like to welcome our honorable speaker, Dr. Shaikh Fattah, who is the IEEE Power and Energy Society Humanitarian Activities Committee Chair and Professor of IEEE, Professor of Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. So before we start, I would like to read his biography. Dr. Shaikh Fattah received his PhD degree in ECE from Concordia University, Canada, and later he was a visiting postdoctoral at Princeton University and the USA. He received BSc and MSc degrees from Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, with Bangladesh, where he is currently serving as a professor, Department of Tripoli, and Director of Institute of Robotics and Automation, BUET. His current research interests are machine and deep learning, signal processing, robotics, and biomedical engineering. He published more than 240 international journal, conference papers, and delivered 90+ keynote or invited talks in many countries. Dr. Fattah is serving as the chair of IEEE PES, IEEE SSIT Chapters Committee, and IEEE Region 10 Ad hoc Committee on Climate Change. He is the chair of IEEE SPS Bangladesh Chapter and vice chair of IEEE PES, RBS, EMBS, and SSIT Bangladesh chapters. He served as the IEEE Bangladesh section chair during 2015 to 2016. He is the board member of IEEE Smart Village and member of PES Long Range Planning Committee. He served IEEE HAC from 2018 to 20 as an education chair and various committees of IEEE Region 10, IEEE EAB, and IEEE SCI. He was the General Chair of IEEE Region 10 STC 2017 and the TPC Chair of IEEE TENZIM 2020. He received several awards such as Concordia University's Distinguished Doctoral Dissertation Prize ENS in 2009. In 2007, URSI Canadian Young Scientist Award, Dr. Rashid Gold Medal in MSc, PAS TWS Young Scientist Prize in 2014. In 2016, IEEE MGA Achievement Award. In 2017, IEEE R10 HT Outstanding Volunteer Award. And In 2018, IEEE rejoined an Outstanding Volunteer Award. He is the editorial board member of IEEE Access, IEEE Potential, and Biomedical Research International. He is a senior member of IEEE and a fellow of IUB. So, before any further delay, I would like to take over the session or hand over the session to our honorable speaker. And if you have any question during the session, you can write in the chat box. In the Q&A answer session, our speaker will cover up your queries. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Samuel. I thanked to Region 10 Power Energy Society, young professional groups, as well as, student chapter groups. So this is a nice initiative from especially the student leaders. So I know that students are the most important part in our events and activities, because they are here to learn, as well as we are here to grow and build a very active and efficient student community in PES. They are our future leader, and if they are getting much benefit from PES, and I know that in return they will also be giving us proper return in course of time. So without further delay, I'll be going to sharing my slides. Just a give me a few seconds. As already mentioned by Samuel, so I have been involved in these humanitarian activities now almost a decade heavily. So based on my experience in serving different IEEE humanitarian technology relevant committees, I found that there are some aspects, if we discuss, if we share with our students, then it will help them to make a good proposal for humanitarian projects. There are many scopes within IEEE and even beyond IEEE where you can apply for humanitarian technology project funding. That's why today I will be discussing you more on important aspects of humanitarian technology project design and implementation. So notably what I did in especially for IEEE Humanitarian Activity Committee, which is now known as HTB, Humanitarian Technology Board. So there I served as education chair for 3 years, and under my leadership we prepared training modules that you can get in IEEE Learning Network. So you can go there, see there are 5-6 modules which you can learn, which you can use. It's interactive and self-learning is we appreciate there for your self-learning method. So apart from that, as I have been involved in PES Humanitarian Activity Committee for the last few years. So I have seen the enthusiasm among our students and young professionals for serving their local community. That's why PES Humanitarian Activity Committee is providing some grants. So this year, it's a new year from now. So it's a reset, I should say, and with full enthusiasm, all our committee members in this year will be trying our level best to have at least 10 projects funded and executed during this year. That's why it's a very important phase. So if you carefully listen to these humanitarian project aspects, then it will help you to write a better project proposal. So let's go to our main talk. So first of all, within this talk, please feel free to ask questions whenever you have something in your mind, you can write in the chat box. Also, I'll be having some intervals after every session, so that it's not very boring. And as you have seen, like, what's our plan? There are two consecutive training sessions, 28th today and in 27. Why there are two? Because it's we don't want to just make a simple type of presentation that I will be telling, you will be listening, and that is the end. Today we'll be interacting. Tomorrow, the next 27th, you will be presenting the whole session. Your idea you will be presenting. Then I will be giving you feedback how you can construct more effective proposals. So that's the idea. So it's not like you just listen and you go back. It's not like that. Okay. So first of all, uh, what we will be doing today. So there are some basic concepts that I'll be discussing. So you'll see gradually those things will be coming here. After that, we'll be also giving some examples. As some of you have already asked question, like, give us some examples. So we'll be giving some examples. Also, we'll be discussing some specific problem and how to attack the problem, how to develop some solution for that problem. This is the overall idea what we'll be discussing today. Let's start. First of all, again, because some of you have already uh, heard these sessions from my side before. So let's first start with humanitarian uh, technology. What does it mean? So, I mean, humanitarian, the word is, very common to us. It's a concern with human welfare. Humanitarian activity, yes, we do humanitarian activity. We have seen people doing charity, different good social activities, going to the hospitals and telling good things to any underprivileged areas, or doing good to the societies. There are many humanitarian activities, human welfare. So important is that not necessarily those humanitarian activities will involve technology. So that's the difference. We are looking for humanitarian activities involving technology. Don't forget that humanitarian technology involving technology. Humanitarian activities with technology. Especially when we are talking PES humanitarian activity, that means the technology uh, within the area of power and energy society. So that's the boundary. I should first draw the boundary. So where you are applying for humanitarian activity based project design. So you need to have some humanitarian aspects, solid humanitarian grounds for this project, as well as you have some technology that makes your project different than regular humanitarian activities. And that technology, we prefer power energy society technology. So that's the area where we are concentrating. So you can build some new technology, or you can use the existing technology, adapting with the needs. That's important thing, because technology is there. We don't have to innovate always in the new technology. What's required in many cases, adapting with the current needs, adapting with the local needs, local people demand. That's the important thing. So first of all, if you just, when you are designing a project, ask just 4 questions. What is your objective or scope? Whom do you want to serve? Then ask question, how do you want to serve? Because that's very important. And the most important is, sometimes we don't ask this question, why you want to serve? Because if you don't ask this question, there will be many questions behind why you want to serve. So this is the picture that will tell you what are the steps. So your steps depend on these answers. So you have to very specific about your uh, objective of this particular project. So you set a boundary because you cannot solve the problem of the whole world, solve the problem of a country, even solve the broader district or state where you live. You cannot solve by your small 2, 3 people, you cannot solve it. That's why you have to make a boundary, what you call scope. So that's why it's written here, the scope and the goal, that you have to have a clear boundary. And the next one is the community whom you want to serve. So that is also important. Just a second. Yeah, now it's coming. The community whom you want to serve. So the beneficiaries. Sometimes when you are doing the project, be careful. Some people will be benefited. At the same time, sometimes we tell like that at the expense of losing others' benefit. So you have to be very careful. You cannot do that. So just to gain your benefit, you cannot sacrifice other people's benefit. So we are coming to that point. Then the project planning. Yes, the project needs a very, very crystal clear planning. So the time chart and the possible threats and possible abstractions, how the process will be executed. So we are coming to that point. And the question I said, why? So why you have to do that project? It is also important because if you don't know why, then you cannot actually determine the exact output or the outcome or the impact of the project. So if you are willing to have a very good project proposal, this is a comprehensive proposal by fully answering these questions. So if you have any mistakes in any one stage, so what happens, then you may have to restart. You may have to face unforeseen consequences. Unnecessarily, you have to waste a lot of time. Those are the consequences. So let's first, understand your scopes, or what we say, your objective. So basically, at the end of the day, the bigger picture is very clear, or should be clear to us, that by doing this project, we should focus on sustainable development goals. So every country is all over the world is now doing the projects to achieve sustainable development goals. There are 17 SDGs, sustainable development goals. So in your project, if you can attain some of the goals, then it's always helpful. And generally, you should look for attaining some of the sustainable development goals by doing your humanitarian technology project. So what is sustainable development? What do you mean by that? The important thing, what I just have said earlier side, that sustainable development means it meets the present needs without compromising future generations' ability to meet their needs. Yes, to you, your need is always very important, generally. But to achieve your need, you have to be very considerate. You have to be very careful to achieve your need. You cannot destroy or create obstacle for other people's needs. So that's the main idea of sustainable development. Meets the present needs without compromising future generations' ability to meet their needs. So generally, what happens that you are doing a project for a certain group of people. So you are doing this project for a certain group of people, and how you are doing this project, definitely you are using some materials or resources from the planet. And finally, you may say, no, it's a humanitarian project, I will not do any profit. It's not like that. You'll not do any profit. It's not true. For the sustainability of this project, you have to have some revenue so that that can be used for maintenance, for capacity building. So somehow you have to have some balance. So maybe the word profit is not appropriate, but it's profit in a sense that you have to earn some revenue so that you can maintain your future activities of the project. So in this case, these are very common 3P: people, planet, and profit. People, planet, and profit, these are the common 3P. But they are not living in three isolated worlds. They are actually connected. They have overlapping. For example, when you are taking advantage from the planet, it must be bearable. You cannot take too much advantage, too much materials, too much resources from the environment. You cannot do that. Similarly, when you are considering some sort of profit, then it must be viable. You cannot just imagine a huge profit, huge something, as well as it is equitable. I mean, you have to understand what you are doing and logically you are doing or not. So altogether, you see, it's the sustainability. So yes, every project, generally, you are doing the project for the local community, for a community. At that means you are doing something for the people, but you are taking the resources from, your nearby areas. That means you are taking the resources from the planet and you are having some target. Okay, I'll do some profit, but that will be used for the purpose of this project, for the existence of this project. And in that case, all these three things, you must be very much considerate. So that's the idea of sustainable development. For example, if you look at this very common phenomena, nowadays people are using the land for uh, solar PV. Why? Because if they don't have electricity, and this is a source of green energy, so they can use this. This is a very good alternate of this fossil fuel based energy. So it's fine, it's good. But is it always good? Is it the optimum solution for this particular area? You have to ask that question. Because if you are shortage of land, in that case, you cannot always use this particular solution. So some villagers, they have to sacrifice this land. And if it's a farmland, if it's giving them a source of their livelihood, then you cannot do that. So it's a good project, installing solar plant in a vast land, but if it's a cultivable land, and if farmers they depend on that cultivation, then you should think twice. That's what I'm telling. Like, this is the question of sustainable development. So you do a project of solar plant here, but considering and you are not creating a barrier for the owner of this land, or for the people who actually rely on this particular land. You have to consider And if it's not feasible, then you should not do that. So these are the 17 sustainable development goals. It's available. All we are looking for achieving these goals. But like some people in the project proposal, they just write, I am trying to solve the health aspects as well as using some power. So, as well as some power. So the health, you see, you can see the good health is number 3, good health. And your this affordable clean energy is number 7. So they write in the project SDG, those SDG targeted number 3, number 7. Sometimes they don't understand actually how they will achieve these SDGs. It's not just I'm telling I will target 3, 7 or some other SDGs. So the important is there is a clear description of for each SDG, what's your target and what's your indicator. So if you see the details, I'm just giving you one example. For example, goal number 7, SDG 7, affordable energy. Actually, if we read the exact words, ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy. So these are the buzzwords, keywords involved. So you are giving this affordable energy for all. So in that case, they have some targets. Okay, by 2030, what is achievable? So ensure universal access to affordable, reliable energy, modern energy. So target number 2, increase sustainability, the share of renewable energy. Number 3, double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency. So these are the targets. And for each target, there are some indicators, because you are telling that you are providing universal access to your community. But you have to understand proportion of population with access to electricity. Truly, how many people will be providing the access? So in your project also, how many people were not getting the access, and after doing the project, how many people are brought to the access? So that will give you some idea like, okay, in your community, how you are successful in achieving that target. So that indicator you may consider in your project. So these are the, few things. Please go, and before just telling that I'll be achieving SDG 3.7, if you add more explanations, achieving SDG, fine. That means what's your target in that case? What are the parameters that you are targeting? So it could be like, as you have seen here, renewable energy share is also a parameter. Proportion of population with primary reliance of clean fuels also a parameters. So that's my suggestion. You can go there and see the detail about each SDG, what is the target and indicator. What I always tell that whenever you do a humanitarian technology project, basically you have to first identify a local community, and you have to understand the community needs, because if there is no need, then what's the point of going to that community and serve? Because we cannot impose our newly developed technology to a community who are not willing to accept that. So it's not, your technology, what you have invented, it's not like technology driven service. It's the opposite. It's the need based technology that we have to develop and provide. It's a need based technology, need based service. So first we have to understand clearly what's the need of the local community. So if you clearly identify the needs, then the task will be very easy. And the important is that when you have a clear picture of the needs, then when you will be providing the solution, it will be having more acceptability and it will be more sustainable. So that's why the first step, we have to clearly identify the needs. And needs is a big word. So, I mean, different aspects and connected needs are there. So it could be financial, technical, social, geographical. For example, they don't have electricity. So is it only the need? No. Because of lack of electricity, their children, they are suffering in their studies. Because of that lack of electricity, their hospitals, clinics, they are suffering for preserving medicine, vaccinations. So you see the health, education, they're connected with their electricity. So this is just, I'm giving an example. Needs is not like isolated needs. Needs, they have their own connectivity. But we have to always consider that limitations. I tell it several times that you cannot solve all the needs. So given the time span, given the manpower involved in this project, given the finance receiving in this project, we can only target a certain limitations, certain needs that we can serve. So that's what it's a balance, because the needs you can study, you can analyze, and find out the subset of needs that, I mean, if you can have some measure of prioritization, so you prioritize and you find out a subset of needs which you can target. I hope you understand. This is called need analysis, is very important at the beginning of the project. So what we discussed before now, so far, so at first when you are planning to do a project, first you try to understand, so what actually you want to do. How you want to do is not your first answer. What you want to do, and I mean, what's your boundary? So what's your scope? And what you want to do, is it really needed? So that's the question, what you want to do. But to have a clear understanding about what you want to do, in fact, this what is depending on who. Because if you don't understand the community for whom you are serving, you cannot have a better answer for this what. So what do you want to do? So you have to understand the community. So this is the next step. Yes, I want to minimize the uh, electricity deficiency. I mean they have the need for electricity supply, so I want to contribute there. Or you can say that, okay, I can provide them solar power based irrigation system, or I can provide them uninterrupted electricity supply to their clinics or hospitals. So you may have something in your mind, that is what you want to do at this moment. Next important is for whom actually you are targeting this facility or this humanitarian technology based activity. So who are your stakeholders, beneficiaries, and by whom actually you are doing this project, because that is also important, whether you have that capability to do that problem. So these are examples of our initial mini projects. So it was only $500 projects, but now we are providing $2,000. So these $500 projects is more about engaging the community with a very small level of equipment requirement. But you see the achievement. Here, the project uh, involves a lot of young kids. So at least they are enjoying a small solar panel with a minimum bulbs, I mean the lighting system. So they have the training as well as they implemented by themselves. So that's what I'm telling, like maybe the money here involved is very little, but you can see the faces, they love to learn and they have an opportunity to do it by themselves in that remote area where they didn't get this opportunity before or they are not getting it. So this humanitarian technology project design competition, it was mostly on design. We gave up prizes for them. So we had a lot of good design. So you can see huge enthusiasm from 12 countries, 65 team. So then now we are telling it's a HTPDI. So it's not only design. We are expecting the teams will be implementing their design. I mean, it's not in a bigger scale. The maximum fund limit is 2,000 US dollar. Still, we have a lot of enthusiasm. But this year, we are very much determined from this January, we will be having a call, and within the February, you will get the results. So you can start your project as early as possible. I mean, before March, you can start the project. That's the expectation for this year, because otherwise you cannot complete the project by 1 year. So many of you have already asked me questions that, I mean, give us some examples. Otherwise, it's difficult to locate, I mean, what you are discussing today. That's why before going for the details of today's other sections, I first want to give you some examples. Then you will understand that actually what type of proposal we are getting. There are many proposals I have been handling. So it's not only PES Humanitarian Activity Committee. As a chair of SPS Humanitarian Activity Committee, so I also have the opportunity to see all these type of projects, as well as in site. I'm also involved in site, and as I said, HAC before. So some examples, see, AI assisted smart monitoring and control system for hybrid electric motorbike. So this was one proposal. So they are, it's not like a solar panel, only the projects are related to solar panels, not like that. So they are telling AI assisted smart monitoring and control system for hybrid electric vehicle, electric motorbike. So they are proposing a small operation which makes this motorbike more smart. Sustainable withstand uh, home using green hydrogen uses. So it's about the green hydrogen, sun breeze, cost-effective solar-powered smart greenhouse, save the forest through design of smart irrigation system, resilient light, garbage collector, smart campus system, 3-port converter for standalone PV, wireless EV, fleet using inductive resonant coupling, automatic solar powered water pumping, solar plastic bottle extruder, solar powered clinic, solar energy training and panels for flood affected communities, smart greenhouse. I just picked up 15 just to show you that there are diversity, uh, many participants from different parts of the world. They are thinking in different way based on their needs. But whatever the projects they are proposing, so they have to establish the relationship with the local community, how that will serve to the local community. I'm not explaining all this project because these are some of the projects. So submitted by different people. So I don't want to disclose their inside, but at least the name will suggest you a lot in which direction you can think for the future. These are the common few projects, humanitarian technology-based project that will also give you a clear idea. These are the common projects, but the list which I read, you can see the innovation, the way who are submitting the projects, they are thinking. They are always thinking in a different ways. and they have some sort of novelty or new initiatives in their projects depending on their locality. You can see the irrigation system, so solar based irrigation system, or water purifying systems or water supply systems. And you can see how these gardens, or I mean, for better plantation, how you can use the watering systems. So solar, wind, they are being used a lot. So smart building management system is also now different aspects. People are proposing projects relevant to smart management of, I mean, this type of buildings or hospitals. And biofuels, this is another one. And alternative resources, like, yes, you can imagine energy from walking, energy from different organic substances like mud, or energy from vibration, cycling, how you can, I mean, store energy, or wind power, how you can store energy. I mean, where you can store, I mean, you can use these abundant resources. They are abundant in nature. So these are some projects relevant to renewables. So that's an example I love to give, because here you can see in this project, actually, it's more on training, but also it's a capacity building there. I mean, the participants, they learned how I mean, lighting can be obtained utilizing plastic bottles. So solar panels and LED lamps, applying it in the communities, they can bring it to their community. Especially, you can see this picture. So it's not very expensive, and they, once they learn this technology, they can bring it back to their community where the lighting at night is not sufficient. So yes, I'm also involved with IEEE Smart Village. Smart Village is also doing a lot of good things all over the world. So they have good projects. So their concept is one thing added in their concept. They are also targeting humanitarian technology based project, but they are more encouraging entrepreneurship. So it's a sustainable project. So eventually uh, you can expand it, you can earn revenue. So I mean, it's more on entrepreneurship. So you can scale it up. So you can have a proposal. Initially, you start with the pilot, and then you can expand it, and you can be an entrepreneur. That's their objective, and they have successfully done this project for the last many years, and many entrepreneurs successfully completed this type of projects. This is another project during the uh, uh, COVID-19. So students, they, I mean, they themselves uh, served the different mechanical support they have given to ventilators. So I hope, I mean, I have given you some of the examples. So at this moment, so what I want, please, think some projects. It's not your final projects. So you can think about 2, 3 projects in your mind that you can link with your community. In future, you can implement that in your community. So please think about this type of projects. Then rest of the talks, it will be helpful to you. If you have something in your mind, then always in my rest of the slides, you can relate. Because as I said, today I'll be presenting, and also I want to listen from you. Just wild guess what type of projects in your mind, 1 or 2 participants, if you can share. I want to do that. The first part, what? The second part, when we will be discussing now, if you have something in your mind, then you can connect. Okay, who will be our community? Who will be our stakeholders, beneficiaries? Otherwise, just by listening, it will not be very helpful. So before moving onward, I request our participants, please think something. Uh, and if you want to share, just you can share the title. So you want to serve your community. How? So just a simple title you can write. So while you are sharing your title, please add your affiliation or name, or from where you want to do this type of project. So you don't have to disclose all the details, but at least now you can say the bigger picture. Then it will be helpful for all of us. So again, I'm requesting whoever is here in this particular session, please think something, I mean, which will be useful for you in your upcoming project proposal in this year, because this is the beginning of the year. You may get a lot of opportunities from different IEEE entities to submit a humanitarian technology based project. So it's not like only here. You can submit PES-HAC, you can submit in APICS, you can submit in IEEE HTB, you can submit other societies. So, I mean, this is a learning. So if you have some ideas, you can fit different proposals. So I hope I gave you that time just to think 1, 2, 3 projects. Then you can link the rest of the talks. So the next one, what I said, who? The answer, who are your beneficiary? Who are your local community? So what's your objective? So you have to connect the local community to empower them somehow. So something you have to do for your local community so that they get empowered. So what does it mean actually? So how you will be connecting your local community? There are many ways. You communicate with them, you discuss with them, you talk with them. So you see what they're doing and ask them questions. Hey, what you are doing? So what's your need? You see, maybe they're using some sort of technology, and you try to look at that technology very precisely and see if there is any gap, there is any hole. So again, I'm telling, it's not like in your lab, at your home, in your university, you think something, you read something and you think something, you design, you implement and build and take it to the community and then tell it, hey, I have built this for you. You use it, it is very good. Please, please do not do that. So your approach should be, you have to connect to the community, then first understand, okay, fine, you can read a lot of things and you have a lot of ideas, fine, but don't finalize your idea. Don't think what product we'll be developing. Just take it in a scratch manner, go to the community and ask, and whom do you ask, that also have some rules. I'm coming to that point. The baseline is that you have to remember that your objective is to serve the local community, and that's why you have to connect with them. So you have to have a strong connection, the project doers and the local community. In many cases, we have seen that there is a big gap. The picture which I have shown you, the student group, they went to the villages. Actually, they are from that villages. So they have a connection. They know that if I do this, the villagers will be happy. So that was successful. Very quickly, that was very successful. Everybody was very happy. And they got the small solar panel kit, and the light was glowing, and it was very successful. So that's why you have to first connect. So you have to do a more communication. So you have to talk with them. You have to discuss with them their problems. So you have to see how you can get their cooperation. So it is very important term co-design. I'll be coming to this more because design means you do by yourself. You have the technology, you have the lab, you design. But when we are telling about the co-design, that means you design along with the need. You design along with the community. So your design aspects will be governed by the community needs. So they can give you much better input. Hey, your design has this problem. Can you change this so that we can use it more conveniently? That is called co-design. Instead of isolated design, you use the community feedback to have this co-design. Co-working group. Why you are thinking that you will be working alone? If you can inspire the community, then you will see that they are also a part of your implementation. So that is called co-working group. So this is the first step, connect. And you can also use other words, you see, and for example, you can correlate what they are doing. You can compromise. Okay, what you thought will be very useful for the community, but when you really went to the community, then you may have found that you have to have some compromise. You have to you have to see that some of the features may be reshaped or redesigned, and it's always that you have to prove that you have the care for the community. It's like you are here to serve them, so not to dictate them. Sometimes, I mean, it's a misunderstanding. Like the community may think that you are there for your own benefits. Somehow you have to prove that it's not like your benefit, it's the benefit of the community. You are there to help them to establish that particular facility. So these are the few things. And empower, what does it mean? It's very important because once you establish or once you are doing a project, then fine, you have done the project is over, then who will take care of the project? Maybe you five or six people's, six participants, six members, you design a project for the community. Then what next? You establish the facility started, but who will take care of that? So it's the community who will take care of that. That's why capacity building is very important. Community, people, you have to think about them and how you can enhance their capacity in dealing with those technology. That is very important. That's why the important task is skill enhancement. How you can have some training consistently, you can have some training, retraining, so that their skill can be developed to solve some maintenance task, as well as some establishment task. So expansion can also be done sometimes by the community if needed, and they are feeling their self-independent to run that particular facility. Even it will be a great success if you enhance their skill, their capacity, so that they can scale the project in nearby village by themselves, and even they can take it as an entrepreneurship opportunity. So you start it because you will not be there for the whole time. But yes, if you want, you can do the joint entrepreneurship, or you can, if you are busy with your own studies and your other activities, then why don't you uh, try to enhance their capacity, skill, so that they can extend that, and even they can further extend that facility, and they can uh, be a good entrepreneur. That's a simple small slide is very important, what I think. So the community engagement is the first and I should say a major part of a humanitarian technology project. So you have to think inclusive planning. It's not, exclusive panel. Inclusive means you need to include the community people while you are defining the needs. I told you that you don't you cannot just write the needs by yourself because you are not living there. Sometimes you may live there, so that's you are also in that case the local community people, but you have to include the community while you are identifying the needs. That's why community engagement uh, is always helpful. You have to think about collaborative and shared working environment, openness in learning new ideas, because you may not know how the community has been utilizing the skills or has been managing that problems for the last 50 years. You don't know. So there is a lot of things to learn from them. Maybe they have a better solution. What you are thinking, maybe it's new, maybe it's very tech heavy, but whatever solution they have, the way they are managing their problems, maybe that's better than you. So we have to have the openness in learning new idea from the community. So transparency, whatever we are doing, we have to be very transparent. So the each steps that we are taking, if we involve the community from the very beginning, then community will be happy. They will not raise any questions about the implementation. If you are transparent to them, they will have a trust on you. So if you have any problem during the implementation, then they will help you. Otherwise, it will be difficult. So sometimes they feel you are intruder for them. That's not the way. They have to think you are their friends. So you are here to serve them. That will come, the concept, that type of mentality will grow if you can show them the transparency in your every step. So whatever action you are taking, share with them. Okay, next week we'll be doing this. How do you think? So the community will definitely say, okay, you want to do this, but why don't you first go to that place and then come to here? So that's the community feedback because they know better how to execute that. So if you share your every action, then if the action brings a bad impact, then you will not be totally responsible. Community will share, yes, we said you to first go there. Actually, it was wrong. Actually, if you started from there, it will be better. So it's always good if you share your actions with the community before you executing them. So this is what we call participatory nature of your project planning, design. So you can also think about their culture, their engagement. So that will help. So this is called demographic diversity with freedom, because you in your community, so you have a different, you go to a different demographical area, so they have their own culture, they have their own way of living the life, so you have to give them their freedom. So community needs what we were discussing. So in that case, these community needs is to solve them, you may need multidisciplinary knowledge. So it's not like only one type of technology or one type of skill can handle this. So these community based projects needs multidisciplinary skills, technical, financial, environmental, social, multidisciplinary things. So there are different stakeholders. So you have to gather the input from them, and by using knowledge and skills of different professions, is not only technical aspects, as you have to deal the financial, environmental, social aspects. So you need expertise of different professions. That's why we call it, generally nowadays, the projects are multidisciplinary projects. It's not only the technology. So social implications of technology is also very important. How the society will accept that technology and what's the consequences of deploying that technology, these are also very important. It's not the finance, it's also societal aspects are there. Environmental aspects are there, cultural aspects are there. So that's why multidisciplinary knowledge and skills are essential. So you have to clearly define roles and responsibility of each discipline. So that's why system thinking approach is required. We call it system thinking approach. It's not like solving a particular element, it's the overall system that you are targeting to solve. So that's the first two part we have covered. So what you want to do, the first question, and the next one was whom you want to serve. What's your stakeholders, or who are your stakeholders? So these are the two things we discussed. I hope you understand. Now the next part is very specific to a particular project, because it may change depending on your particular project. Different projects may need some different adjustment, but still I'll give you some ideas. So what we call now is how you will do or execute your project. So you need to have a clear design and analysis and implementation. So that's the next step, how you'll solve. Just look at this example. I generally love to give this example. So the left hand side picture is telling that um, uh, children, they have to walk a long distance to reach to their school. So before starting the classes, if they have to walk, let's say 2-3 kilometers, it's not a joke. And especially in the rainy day, or when it's very cold, I mean winter now, bad weather, it's not very easy to go to keep the motivation to go to the school. So what's the solution? If you think about a solution, many people may give you a very simple solution, that why don't you buy a school bus and give it to them? And it's not bad, but like there will be many different questions before you implement this school bus here. The question may be, how to get a driver? You need a salary, you need fuel. Okay, somebody will give you, driver as well as fuel, everything fine. But what about these roads? So these roads, are they capable of, handling this school bus? That's a big question. So that's the, real life issue. So you can see an example where you can use generally what type of vehicles are suitable in that community. You can maybe redesign or add more benefits to an existing system. For example, you can see the tires here, double tires, more robust, as well as they are using solar panel. So it's the tri-wheeler, simple tri-wheeler. But people are more familiar with this type of tri-wheelers here. So why don't you make it more smart, and multi-ferrous applications can be done with the same investment. For example, only in the only in the morning and a particular afternoon time, twice it will be used for children to drop to their school and returning from their school. But rest of the time, it can be used for other purposes. For example, ambulance to take, sick people to hospital. So this is a Bragg University's applications. So I have given the link, so you can check there. So that's the solution. So that's why I'm telling, like, this particular how to implement your project, it depends on your local community and how your community will be comfortable in dealing with your solution. So the word, this is very important in this humanitarian technology based project design. The idea I have told you, it's called human-centered design. That means in your whole design process, community will be involved. So your stakeholders, they will be involved. That's what it is written, involving stakeholders in your total design process. So different needs, what we have analyzed, definitely it is coming from your community people. That's why when you are designing the solution, in that case, their feedback is also important, because needs are already, so for what we discussed, needs are already coming from their side. So solution, when you are trying to design, also must be coming from their side. So that's why this human-centered design is very popular. So the word, what I like, the local need to be solved locally or globally. But the local needs best can be solved locally, incorporating global solutions. So you may have a global better solutions, but you have to bring that solution and drop down that solution to a level so that local people can use that solution. Not necessarily all global solutions, they are suitable for a local community. So how you can do that? So a global solution, how you can make it suitable for local community. So to do that, you see, you can interact with them. In your design process, you can include them in human-centered design. Then you can think about social aspects, religious aspects, cultural aspects, ethical aspects by consultation with them, by co-designing with them, by collaborating with them. So then you will have a sustainable design. So from the very beginning, if you ensure local community engagement from the very beginning, exclusive, exclusively, so you have to have the assurance that community people, they are involved in your design. So that's the thing, human-centered design. So you can think about planning aspects. So in case of planning aspect, we have to think about long-term solutions. It's not only just short-term solutions. Yes, you go there, target a problem and solve it. But at least you have to clearly have idea about the long-term consequences. Yes, you may not. Not necessarily all projects you can give long-term solutions. At least you have to have idea about the long-term consequences. So yes, the best is long-term solutions as well as long-term consequences of the project which you will be implementing. So as I said earlier, you have to have a wider context. So context should be wider, local and global. So you have to understand all possible causes that may occur eventually and their corresponding solutions. So if that problems should be solved, how to get the resources within the community. It is important to solve the problem. If you can ensure the resources are available within the community, or the solutions are available within the community, how to assume, how to get that? If you do the capacity building, you can then expect local solutions. So also important is appropriately selecting a technology. You may select a very fancy, high tech, but not necessarily it will be sustainable. So to get the local solutions, to get solution done by the local community, to use the local resources, it's important capacity building. There is no alternative than the capacity building. This is an example of Georgia Tech student group. There being electric power. So it's a 7.2 kilowatt PV peak. So that's, they went there and installed it. It's a hybrid microgrid system for remote healthcare center. So you can also think about that type of project. It's a healthcare center, but there was a lacking of this type of consistent power supply, and they have contributed to that. So next, what I want to say, you call it different approaches are there. So if you want to assess what's going on in your project, so you can identify local available assets, because I told you that you want to solve a problem. In future, who will solve the problem? Capacity building is an important aspect, as well as you have to ensure local resources, as well as you have to ensure local skilled manpower. So to do that, before executing or planning a project, it's better to understand the strength of the local community, what we call asset of the community. Individual asset. They may have a skill which other villagers do not have. Different villages, you will see the villagers are living with their own skill, that the product they're making is very unique. So you have to respect their capacity, their skill, and you have to utilize that skill rather than ignoring that. How a project can be built by maximum utilizing their skill, that will be more useful. So individual strength, areas of interest is important. So associations, like, okay, they have a strong groups or organizations. That is also important. Institutions, so organizations, government agencies, hospitals, that is also important. Physical assets, land, building. So these are the different types of assets. So you can consider, and depending on that, you can plan to utilize them. This is a very conventional approach: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So whenever you are doing a project, you have to understand what are the strength you can, the strength means skill. As I said, the community may have some skill. So uniqueness of your project, resources, skill, these two words I used earlier. Resources, skills, they are your strength, ability, capacity. But if you feel that, okay, I want to implement that, it needs this type of skill, there can be a lack of skill. So there can be a constraint, oh, we don't have the space. So it's a constraint, limitations. So that you have to first analyze. And what opportunities? So which opportunity you have? Okay, if we can do that, we can give them the opportunity of good education, health. So these are the opportunities. You are at the same time, you have to understand your skill, weaknesses, what you are targeting, and what opportunities you are creating by doing these projects. At the same time, you also have to do like you are trying to solve one problem, but there may be a problem like other people may be affected, so they will be in a danger. So they will think that okay, if you are implementing this type of solar based power system here, so they were used to sell fuels, so that will be reduced and they will be scared, and they may be creating problem. So potential barrier. So you have to think, I mean, what is your strength, weakness, opportunities, threats? That's important thing. If we plan long term, then we can understand all the loopholes and can take solutions accordingly. And definitely, always we have to think about phase by phase implementation. So we may have a big plan, but we have to clearly identify, okay, I will do at first phase one. If it is completed, then I extend to phase two and then phase three. So for some reasons, if I mean, some reasons, financial crisis is there, you cannot complete phase two, three. At least people will be happy to get the benefit from phase one. That is a good project. Instead, you do phase one and then phase two depend on this, phase three depend on this. So if you can't finish all the phases, then no benefit will be there. Then it will be a big problem, because if for some reasons the project has to stop here, then the output is zero. That's what you have to plan very efficiently, so that phase by phase implementation with uh, benefits, offering even some benefits you can offer after doing the phase one. Always it's preferable if we have some scalable approach. That means, okay, this is a pilot for this small community engaging maybe 50 families, only 50 families, but you finish it and then it can be extended for 500 people. So this is kind of good projects, because you cannot, maybe you cannot target 500 families at the very beginning, but you propose something and show that for 50 families it's working very nice, then you can apply for the extension of the funding. So you have already proven technology, so that will also give comfort for the donors. So these are some relevant factors. For example, what is going on there is important. Existing practice. So if there is an existing approach system, so we have to be careful before implementing a new factors. Many NGOs are already working on there, so they have their own approach. So people may be habituated to get that, or already they have started working on the same project. So if you are there new and starting the same project, it will be redundant, and people may be thinking why you have to do that. So that's important what's going on there to understand that. And financial aspect is very important. As I was telling, that if your finance is just interrupted after phase one, what will happen? So that's why it's a good project planning does not rely totally on one particular source. Then there will be a big trouble. If you have alternate management, then it's always better. And there are other factors like political, social, ethical, health, environmental, that is always there. So I told these things earlier. Yes, technology, I told that is not necessarily very fancy, modern, high technology is important. No, high tech is important, not necessarily. Sometimes very uh, affordable, it has to be affordable. efficient, and the technology does not create problem for environment or other culture. So that is important. So it's not necessarily high tech is always a good thing. So you have to think about a technology which can easily be implemented and can be absorbed by the community. They can take care of the extension as well as maintenance of the technology. That is important. Otherwise, it will be not sustainable. So we are almost at the last point. So by this time, I'm sure that you have something in your mind, what you will be doing and for whom you are targeting. And okay, I understand that you want to do some solar irrigation for your local community. Then the next question is, what additional things you want to give them? How you will give them? Because they may have already these facilities. So what is your plan? How you can implement this? So finally, this question is, I mean, this is another big question, why you want to do that? So why you want to do that if you don't know? If you just say that, yes, I can do this project and it will add in my CV that, yes, I did a project. If that is the one objective, then you cannot write very properly a project proposal. So whenever you want to bring a project, so you have to think uh, finally what will happen. So you have to think about the full spectrum of life and then how the project has affected them. That is important. Again, I'm telling that why you are doing this project. To understand why, you have to have a clear understanding of the full spectrum of life of the local community. For example, their livelihoods, infrastructure, housing, education, their land uses, their community services, facilities. You have to understand that clearly. And then you can see why I want to do that, because I want to improve their housing facilities. I want to improve their education. So on top, yes, you have a small technology-based project, I understand, but what's your overall objective? Yes, I have seen they are suffering, their children are suffering for education. So my goal is to enhance their education. How? Yes, they cannot study well at night, so I'll be providing this type of technology-based electricity supply, so their education will be enhanced. So that I hope you understand that your final goal has some relations with uh, your projects, but you have to link it. So you have to have clear and transparent project or process orientation with your approach. So once you do the project, you complete the project so that people can easily analyze and find out your output of the project. So these are actually a very easy steps to understand. So you are giving some effort, some input that is producing the output. So if you stop here, it is fine. You are giving, maybe this is a generator system. So in that generator system, you are giving fuel, producing electricity, selling the electricity. So you are producing, let's say 1000 unit, and your cost of producing, let's say this much amount, but you are selling it, say 12,000. So fine. So you are producing with the expense of 10,000, selling 12,000. So you have a surplus of 200. Sorry, 2,000. So that's the small perspective of project design, only looking at input and output. So with that, you can again buy new fuel, you can maintain. That's fine. Then your project will be doing good. Next year, maybe it is instead of 2,000, 2,500, so fine. But another project, they will say, hey, I will be giving you the similar profit or surplus. But at the same time, you see, I have a clear study that with the help of this electricity, I took it to this school, and at the same time, I took the electricity connection to a hospital. So in my project, you can see it is connected to a hospital, it is connected to a school, as well as you can see it is also connected to a club where people at night play it has the facility to play some games, chat, watch TV, and it may have some other facilities for old people where they can spend time at night. You see, the same project, but just if you add these components in your project, then clearly somebody can understand your motivation. It's not only the electricity. So you are basically improving the quality of life, quality of education, quality of treatment, security, because you are also including these old people, club, house, etc. So I hope this gives you a clear understanding. Don't stop here. How many units you are producing? What is your benefit? So your project is humanitarian project. It's not a regular electricity design project. If it's a regular electricity design project, fine. It is finished. But as far as it is a humanitarian project, please try to include as many feasible outcome in your project design. These are called outcome. So what will happen if the community has a better education? So at the end of the day, eventually you can expect modernization in that community. You can expect more employment opportunity for that community. Their parents will be less mental pressure. So this is the final impact on that community. So what is expected? If you can have this type of analysis, then people will be very happy. So your project will have much value if it's not there. So how to quantify that? So we call the term social return on investment. So you are spending money for your project definitely, and you are bringing some benefits. For example, I just mentioned earlier, quality of life, education, health. So these benefits somehow you have to this qualitative qualitative benefit you have to so this all this qualitative benefit you have to transfer into quantity. So if you can materialize them in terms of quantity, then you can say, okay, I'm investing $1 for getting uh, these benefits. So that's a different approach. Today I will not be covering here. Next, I will also cover more on that. But at least if you have this clear picture at what additional outcomes, what outcomes you are expecting, then there are some ways you can quantify. Okay, you are telling that you will be giving us education benefit. You can say yes. Oh, how? So you see, there used to 100 students, but 20 students, 20% used to fail. Why? Because they don't study at night, they don't have this opportunity. But somehow, if I introduce this system, this 20% failure rate will be reducing, it will be reducing to 10%. So what is happening? 10% more people are now passing So if they fail, then 1 year they have to study again. So that has a cost. So if they pass, they don't have to spend that cost. Also, they will go to the market, job market 1 year faster. That means they can earn more. So these are the things, although very critical, but at least we can understand that, okay, they can save 1 year money as well as they can go to the market 1 year faster. So maybe just I'm telling they can add more $1,000 or unit if you can reduce that. So that is the way to quantify the qualitative benefits. So if there are 10 families, so it is multiplying that. So this is called social return on investment. So next we'll be discussing on this particular topic, not today. So another interesting topic is social entrepreneurship. Also, I'll be discussing more on the next topic. And as I said, the next lecture will be more, you people will be discussing. So your task will be, you can plan for a specific project, but believe me, next one will be more interactive. So I'll be listening, you'll be telling. For all of you who are planning to submit a project, so make a group, 3 or 5 people, and for the next session in 27th January, I'm giving you this small task. So can you make a plan for a slum area? So we should say underprivileged area. So you take an underprivileged area, you find out the challenges, consider a small area, small locality, small community, maybe 100 families or 50 families. Maybe they are not having the electricity connection. So they have problems in having electricity at night. So their education is hampered, their entertainment is hampered, their uh, disease also, they are not capable of getting clean water or something. So you can map the uh, stakeholders. So you can think about solution with multiple outcome, and you can also, once you have a lot of outcome, then you can have some sort of impact analysis. So this is the general task. All of you can think about an underprivileged community, underprivileged, so less privilege with comparison to another place where they have more. Also, you can think about uh, building management. So a building where electricity is heavily wasted, how you can incorporate your idea to save the energy. You can think about other problems. So let's see, we can discuss more. So again, just to tell it again, Humanitarian Technology Project Design and Implementation Funding. This is 2000 US dollar funding. So generally we expect you will be finishing this project within 6 months to 9 months. 3 to 6 members. Team lead must be a PS member. Actually, we prefer PS members to do this project, but you may have a few non-PS members, but majority must be PS members. So, and that's all for today. So I'll be here to have any questions if you have to answer them. So the main key message is that there are a lot of opportunities in your local community. You can see you can do a lot of things for them based on your humanitarian technology project. So definitely, please, if you target one of them, I am sure that you will get a huge pleasure after the completion of that project, because you can say that yes, you have done something for your community from where I mean you have some obligation for that community. So, but you have to reach to the community and have a I mean, as I said, the engagement with them to reach to your uh, target. So we are here from our PS Humanitarian Activity Committee is there. I also welcome you to join to PS Humanitarian Activity Committee, where our main job is to offer training. So train the trainer module will be there in this year. So definitely you can have the training and you can then conduct similar things in your community. Thank you all for your patience. So I appreciate if you have any question, we can discuss on that.
All right. Thank you, sir. Is there any question? If you have any question, you can write down in the chat box. Yes, the recording of the session will be available on the YouTube channel of IEEE PS Student Chapters Committee. All right. So if there are any question from your side, the audience, you can write down in the chat box. Okay, sir. So there is a question in the chat box that from Tripura. He or she wants to know what is the deadline to submit proposal. Sir, I think you are not audible.
So I think, I mean, the new call, the first quarter call will be released by this January, and the deadline of submission the call is February. So you have around 1 month time to get the preparation. So the whole PS Humanitarian Activity Committee, they are here to support you. So feel free to discuss in our next session. Yes, obviously I'll be discussing something more, but if you have any ideas, for example, just you have 3 or 4 ideas, you bring on idea. So next session, I'll try my best to give you more insights about your project. What are the things expected from your projects, planning and SWOT analysis and different. So I'll be also showing you the uh, project application form. I'm not showing today. So I'll be discussing the points to be covered in your project application in our next session, assuming that by this time you have something in your mind, and this particular session, what we have today, you have time to listen to it, or maybe the recording will be there, so somehow the link will be provided, so you have a chance to go through the recording. So when you come in the next session, so the discussion on the points to be written in your proposal, that will be more effective. That's why today I don't want to just show the points, question number this, how to answer, question this, how to answer, because now you don't have anything in your mind. What type of project you will be doing? So my earnest request before joining the next session, so please have 2 or 3 initial project idea in your mind and have a group formed. So as we were telling, like, we are here to support you. At least 10 projects will be funded, each 2000 US dollar. So, I mean, you have a large chance to get the project funding. February is the deadline, by the February.
Okay, sir, thank you. I hope uh, the participants have got his answer. Sir, I have seen one question at the very beginning when you were trying to showing some project sample from Dr. J.P. Shidhar. Uh, you would like to know that um, can you share me the more ideas about these projects? I mean the humanitarian projects that you are showing, and if any links available where he can find some sample of humanitarian project idea design.
Yes, as I said, like I had shown a list of projects in this session, 15 project list that I have shown already. So you can check the video again. Uh, I just have shown you the title, but don't think that this is only solar PV or wind. It's all not only the renewables. As I said, building management. It's a huge topic. So you can also think about the building management or smart inverter technology for some applications. So it's not like uh, all the traditional things. You can think some innovative way. In the next session, as I promised, so in the next session, we'll be discussing more on point by point what is generally asked and how to answer. Uh, Samuel, are you speaking?
Yes, sorry, sir, I was unmuted. So, so thank you, sir. I hope there are no more question. If you have any question, you can write down in the chat box very first. So, as our honorable speaker has mentioned, we have another interactive session on 27th January. So, and sir has provided some guideline and have has give us some task. So let us do it together. So this is the day one um, of this workshop. Just a minute, I would like to. So thank you very much, sir, for your invaluable time and precious time. So this is one of the this is our fifth event of IEEE Region 10 Power and Society Student Chapters Committee and second workshop. And this is the Spark series. And this event is collaborated with IEEE Region 10 PES SCC and IEEE PS Hack. So thank you, sir, for being with us, for giving your precious time. This is a small token of appreciation from our team. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you for the participants and hope this video will help the participants, all the students, and we'll be getting more application this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hope so.
Thank you. So,
Thank you, sir.
thank you
So
for your
this is
time.
for, sir, we would like to take a small photo.
Okay.
So I would like to request our participants, if you feel comfortable, you can turn on your camera. We are having a photo for keep it in our record book. That's great.
Bye.
So I hope please turn on the camera if you are feel comfortable. So I am taking the photo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Yes, sir, it's taken. Thank you. So thank you everyone for joining the day one session of this humanitarian project design workshop. We are hope to meet you at 27th January at our day two, and it will be more interactive. We would like to hear from you. So that's all for today. And this is KM Samuel Islam from IEEE Bangladesh section, and representing both IEEE Power and Energy Society Student Branch Chapters Committee from Region 10 and also IEEE PES Humanitarian Activities Committee as a subcommittee member. So that's all for today. Thank you. We are signing off for today.
Bye.
Bye.